Good morning, mga kuya, mga ate, mga bunso, friends of Eagles. On behalf of the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership, we would like to thank the Central Luzon Region 3 for requesting yours truly, Kuya Ferdy Bernasor, to conduct this orientation seminar via webinar, and also the club president of Bulacan Supremo Eagles Club, Kuya Wilfredo D. Diaz. And we would like to thank also the MDN Teleradio through my assistant of the Executive Field Director, John Dilbando, for this beautiful and conducive studio that PIL has accommodated to conduct this webinar. I would like also to thank our National President of the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Philippine Eagles, Kuya Dudoy Sidinio, for giving us the opportunity in this webinar orientation seminar of Bulacan Supremo Eagles Club. By the power in me vested as the Executive Field Director of the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership, I hereby call this orientation seminar via webinar of Bulacan Supremo Eagles Club. Mga kuya, mga ate, mga bunso, friends of Eagles, let us all rise for our Eagles ecumenical prayer, followed by the pambansang awit and our Eagles hymn.
Our divine providence, we humble ourselves before you as we praise your holy name and feel your presence in our midst. We implore your divine guidance and blessing as we consciously gather on this occasion in pursuit and furtherance of the cherished goals and objectives of our beloved fraternity. We beseech you, all-powerful God, to enrich our hearts, to enlighten our minds, and to broaden our understanding and compassion to one another as we carry and pursue our goals and objectives, not only on this particular occasion, but also on the many times of our striving and endeavors. Please, Almighty God, elevate our spirit and fortify our steps as we seek to keep and edify our fraternity, everyone and whole, and as we strive perseveringly to enhance and strengthen our national brotherhood. All these are divine providence. We fervently ask under your supreme guidance and direction. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiging telos ng sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka masisigil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mo pagaw, ay hinatang tulang awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na naghihiling, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pamay di maghihiling. Lumalang araw ng buwan, hangin pagsinta, buhay ng pagpuro of all humanity. We're eagles, the Philippine Eagles, lasting peace, our noble mission. We're eagles, spread to all people, pillars of a nation. For brotherhood we work and serve, peace, equality, and unity. Blessed with zeal of human care, we will share our lives to all humanity. We're eagles, the Philippine Eagles, lasting peace, our noble mission. We're eagles, spread to all people, pillars of the nation. For brotherhood we work and serve, peace, equality, and unity. Blessed with zeal of human care, we will share our lives to keep our liberty.
Mga kuya, mga ate, mga bunso, friends of Eagles, our Executive Bill Director has achieved a lot in his lifetime. Looking at his credentials, how I wish I could be like him someday. He was born in Tagbilaran City, Bohol, married and blessed with 3 children. He is a licensed, registered electrical engineer and the president of the Institute of Integrated Electrical Engineers of the Philippines, Cagayan de Oro chapter. He is currently the managing director of Marmele Construction Philippines Incorporated. He has held various positions in various clubs and organizations like Rotary Club of Cagayan de Oro, where he was president for the Rotary year 2013-2014. He is also the current district grand lecturer of Masonic District R10 Misamis Oriental and Cagayan de Oro of the Free and Accepted Masons of the Philippines. He is also Commodore of the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary and a lot more. Last but not the least, these would speak of his credibility as an Eagle. He became a charter member of Cagayan de Oro Eagles Club in February 18, 1995 and has held various positions in the fraternity since then. He was appointed as the assistant of the National Treasurer in Eagle Year 1996, National Executive Secretary in Eagle Year 1999, Secretary General, ex officio of Field Director in Eagle Year 2002 and 2003, Regional Governor for Northern Mindanao Region in Eagle Year 2004, Regional Assemblyman in Eagle Year 2006 and 2007, National Assemblyman in Eagle Year 2006 and 2007, and a charter member and board of director of the Cagayan de Oro Eagles Club in February 18, 1995, and became the secretary in 1996, treasurer in 1998, and the president in 2000 as charter president of Uptown CDO Eagles Club in November 10, 2009. Those are his achievements for the national, regional, and club level. For the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership, our Executive Bill Director rose from the rank as discussant of the ROSI, or Regional Orientation Seminar Institute, and became the Seminar Director for the Regional Orientation Seminar Institute in Eagle Year 1997.
Field Director in Eagle Year 1998, 2007 to 2008, 2011, and 2012. Executive Field Director in Eagle Year 2008 to 2010. Senior Field Director in Eagle Year 2014 to 2015, 2016 to 2017, and 2019 to 2020. Perhaps, mga kuya, the achievements of our Executive Field Director would speak for itself, since his membership with the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Philippine Eagles. He has never stopped working. He is also one of the consultants of the revision of the special 40th anniversary edition of the Magna Carta of the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Philippine Eagles. Without further delay, please help me welcome Kuya Ferdinand Ferdy Bernasol.
Thank you very much, my Assistant of the Executive Field Director, Kuya John Del Bando, and also for the opportunity that you give to the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership that we can conduct webinar in your studio, the MDN Teleradio, a Media Work Digital Network. Kuya Jan, thank you very much. Mga kuya, mga ate, mga bunso, we would like you to please bear with us in this 1 hour and 30 minutes presentation of my orientation seminar to each and every one of you. My slide, please. And we would like also to thank no other than our National President, Kuya Dodoy Sidinho, who really worked hard in our fraternity. Also the national officers who are present in your area. Kuya Kaloy Carriaga, our National Treasurer. Thank you very much, Kuya. And of course, your Regional Governor of Central Luzon Region 3, Kuya Edison D. Ramos, and the President of Bulacan Supremo Eagles Club, Wilfredo D. Diaz. And to all of you who are present in this webinar, on behalf of the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership, my 3 Senior Field Director, Kuya Cesar Wayamuta, Kuya Lyudi Armada, and my 3 Field Director, Kuya Ropos Muniba, Kuya Christian Lair Mikyabas, and Kuya Attorney John Ray Tuminis. I'm here via webinar on this orientation seminar. As what you have here with that generous introduction of my Executive Assistant, Kuya John Del Bando, I earned that just because of my secret, which is service through strong brotherhood. We are here, mga applicants, mga kuya, just because of doing service. As what have mentioned in my introduction, I have a lot of fraternity, a lot of socio-civic organization, a lot of organization in the city of Cagayan de Oro. But the bottom line of this organization is to do service to our less fortunate brothers and sisters in our community. As what you have seen in the LCD projector or any gadget in my presentation, I have my uniform as a Commodore of the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary. Just because this group, the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary, in May 13, 1992, this was the core group of the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary here in the city of Cagayan de Oro. Then this core group is also the core group of Cagayan de Oro Eagles Club in February 18, 1995. And in the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary, we are here to serve the less fortunate brothers and sisters in the coastal community. And also, when we chartered last February 18, 1995, the core group of PCGE is also the core group and chartered member of Cagayan de Oro Eagles Club. And we are here to serve our less fortunate brothers and sisters in our community. I'm also a member of the foreign organization, which is the Rotary International. And the motto of Rotary is service above self. I'm also a member of Free and Accepted Masons of the Philippines as the incumbent District Grand Lecturer of Masonic District RTN-A, Cagayan de Oro and Misamis Oriental. And we have serving also our fellow brothers in the community or in the fraternity and also our family. And we are doing again service to the less fortunate brothers and sisters in our respective community. That's why the bottom line of all this organization is to do service. Even in the religious affiliation of mine, as the member of Couples for Christ, we do service in the spiritual family or Christian family. Meaning, all of this organization, the bottom line is to do service. You are applicants of Bulacan Supremo Eagles Club, and we focus on this orientation seminar in doing service. And at the end of my presentation, I will ask you why we do service. That is very important. Why we do service. I do hope that even we are not face to face, we are in this webinar, you can answer that in your own, with feelings in your heart. Then, in this curriculum of the orientation seminar, we have 4 topics. The first is the Philippine Eagles Institute overview. Then, the second is the brief history of our fraternity, the Philippine Eagles. Then, what I ought to know as an Eagles, or rights. The last is the rights and obligation of being an Eagle. And what is my authority to conduct this webinar, orientation seminar through webinar? My authority is my national appointment. Of course, I cannot conduct orientation seminar if I have no authority. That's why I will be thankful for our national president, Kuya Dodoy Cedinho. He trusted me and he gave me this national appointment as a senior field director of the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership and attested by our Secretary General, Kuya Dexter Agustin, and of course confirmed by the Commission on Appointment. That's why I have the authority to conduct orientation seminar through webinar. If there is somebody who will conduct orientation seminar without appointment from the national president or appointment from the executive field director, if he is a regional orientation seminar institute director, if he did not have that appointment, then they cannot conduct orientation seminar. That's why I have the authority, I have the national appointment, then I can proceed in this orientation seminar via webinar with these 4 topics. Then the first is the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership. This institute is the academic arm of our fraternity, which is the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Philippine Eagles. The Fraternal Order of Eagles, Philippine Eagles is a political arm, and the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership is the academic arm, or the planning and leadership arm of the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Philippine Eagles. That's why in the first week of January, the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership conduct a 2021 strategic planning. We plan, and there are lecturers of that strategic planning, which is also our senior field director and our field director. Just because we know the fact that there are many problems arises in our organization. That's why, as an educational arm, then we will re-educate, reorient, remind all the members and the officers of our fraternity. Then, we enjoy autonomy. After we receive our national appointment signed by our national president, Kuya Dudoy, the 3 senior field director received that national appointment, and also the 3 field director received that appointment. On August and September 8, the senior field director received the national appointment. On August 13, the senior field director received the national appointment in the year 2020. Then, we have already 3 senior field director and 3 field director with the ex officio member, which is the Secretary General. And during the time, we elect among ourselves who will be the executive field director. With God's grace, they elected me unanimously as the executive field director. And in the Omnibus Amendments of 2008, the term of office of the senior field director and field director is 2 years upon the receipt of his national appointment. During the time that I was elected as the executive field director, I call up our national president, Kuya Dudoy, to induct me as the elected executive field director. And I requested our national president, Kuya Dudoy Sidinho, that if possible, there will be a past national president who will witness in my induction. With God's grace, I was inducted by no other than our hard-working National President, Kuya Dodoy Sinidnio, with the presence of the Pinapli during the Pinapli meeting here in the city of Cagayan de Oro. Then during the time, the institution has already elected and inducted the Executive Field Director, and that's the time that we enjoy autonomy. Or we cannot be any more dictated in the political arm, which is the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Philippine Eagles. We enjoy autonomy. We will not be dictated by the club president, by the regional governor, and of course, by the national president. But we will effectively coordinate with the club president, with the regional governor, and also with the national president. We will effectively coordinate with each other, like what happened today, as requested by the club president and the regional governor of Central Luzon region, that the PIL will conduct orientation seminar through webinar. And you are fortunate, you are blessed that the national president is within in your area, a very hard-working national president. We will coordinate so that you will be inducted after the PIL will conduct this orientation seminar. Then, our organization is a very simple and basic organization. We have 3 mandatory seminar. Only 3 mandatory seminar. But in other international organization, you have to undergo series of seminar. But in our fraternity, only 3. Then we have this one, the webinar orientation seminar. After this one, if you are an officer of Bulacan Supremo Eagles Club, then you will undergo leadership seminar. If you will be a national officer who will be elected in March 20, 2021, the national president, national executive vice president, and all the appointed, then they will undergo national officer seminar. You cannot suspend this seminar just because this is mandatory. Whether you like it or not, this is mandatory in our organization. Then we have this orientation seminar via webinar. That's why we would like to thank our executive assistant, Kuya Jan Del Bando, for this beautiful studio that we have this first webinar to this studio. This is an orientation seminar modified just because of pandemic due to COVID-19. Then the PIL will activate all the Regional Orientation Seminar Institute or RUSI director, just because in the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership, we are only 6. The 3 senior PIL director and the 3 PIL director. And we have 40 plus Eagles region in the Philippines and outside the Philippines. That's why I talk to the regional governor that you will recommend your RUSI director in your area, so that if they are qualified and we will evaluate, the PIL will evaluate and we give RUSI appointment, then they have already have an authority to conduct orientation seminar. That's why I have already make at least more or less 10 qualified RUSI in the different region all over the Philippines. And I hope that your region, Central Luzon Region 3, will recommend RUSI director so that we can evaluate it and make a appointment of that recommendee. Then before the orientation seminar at the time of Kuya Celso P. Mariano, the one who wrote the Magna Carta of 1989, my mentor, there are 4 topics, and this seminar is one whole day seminar. 2 topics in the morning and 2 topics in the afternoon. My mentor, Kuya Celso P. Mariano, before, because I rose from the rank in this institution as a RUSI director, he will give me 1 folder with 1 topic. And I am a discussant during the time until the 4 topics I conducted it with the leadership of our founder, the one who wrote the Magna Carta, Kuya Celso P. Mariano. And during my incumbency as the Executive Field Director in 2008, we abbreviate it for 2 hours. And with this webinar, I think we can end this webinar 1 hour and 30 minutes. Just because we know the fact that you are all dignitaries, you are all professional. You have a lot of different organizations beside from this fraternity. And our fraternity is a very basic fraternal organization. A simple organization of mine. And the expenses of this webinar shouldered by, of course, the applicants and the club. We have 300 seminar fee, only 300 seminar fee. The 100 will be in the discussant or the one who will conduct the orientation seminar. If there is a RUSI in Central Luzon Region 3, then the 100 will be the RUSI director as a discussant. Then the 100 is for the administrative expenses of the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership, and another 100 is for the institution as a PIL. A very minimal orientation seminar fee in our fraternity. Then, leadership seminar. All the members, the officers of Bulacan Supremo Eagles Club, if you will be inducted as an officer, then of course you will undergo the leadership seminar. Then in this leadership seminar, we will be familiarizing the Eagles Magna Carta of 1989, our Constitution. And the one who wrote this one is my mentor, Kuya Celso P. Mariano. And in that leadership seminar, we are reminded of our limitation of powers and influence. Sad to note that our members or officers of our fraternity questioning the authority of the national president, Kuya Dudoy Sidinio, questioning the authority of the executive field director, yours truly, Kuya Perdy Bernasor. There are many officers and members that question the authority of the leadership of our fraternity. And in this leadership seminar, we are reminded of our limitation of powers and influence. We have our duties and responsibility. We have limitation of our duties and responsibilities. We have an assembly. We have our Nexicom. We have our Rexicom. And that is the place where you will question or make a resolution or make an amendments. We have National Assemblyman. That is the job of National Assemblyman, to amend our Magna Carta. The last omnibus amendment is 2008. There is no other omnibus amendment after 2008. That's why we always be reminded. Then, the leadership seminar can be conducted by the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership, Senior Field Director, and Field Director. The Regional Orientation Seminar Institute Director or ROSI Director cannot conduct leadership seminar. They can conduct orientation seminar. That's why Regional Orientation Seminar Institute Director. Okay. You are a discussant, you are a trainer, then you undergone the leadership seminar and other special seminar. There will be a 2021 strategic planning of the Regional Orientation Seminar Institute in our fraternity on February 6, 2021. Then the last mandatory seminar is the National Officer Seminar. Of course, if there will be an elected National President, Executive National Vice President, and any appointed chairmanship in our fraternity, then they will undergo the National Officer Seminar. That is mandatory. Okay, the Executive Field Director. Our first is Celso P. Mariano, one of the founders who wrote the Magna Carta of 1989. Kuya Celso P. Mariano, from 1979 to 2007. He is the Executive Field Director. May he rest in peace. He is my mentor. I learned a lot from Kuya Celso P. Mariano. All of this presentation is not mine. It is from my mentor, the one who wrote the Magna Carta of 1989, Kuya Celso P. Mariano. Then he handed to me this institution in 2008 and 2009. With God's grace, I am again elected as the Executive Field Director of 2020 and 2022. And there are many eagles who question my term of office. And it is written in an omnibus amendment of 2008 that the term of office of the Senior Field Director and Field Director is 2 years upon the receipt of his appointment. My appointment, I received it last September 8, 2020. And my term will end September 8, 2022. Then, during the time in 2008, I was inducted by no other than the past National President of the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Philippine Eagles, Kuya Jojo Longco, attested by the Secretary General and now past Field Director, Executive Field Director, Kuya Cesar Riamuta, with the presence of all the 9 past National President in 2008 at our Eagle's Nest in Aberdeen Court, Quezon City. And that is the evolution of our Magna Carta. And we have now the 2020 revision of Magna Carta, which is the blue color. And that is my mentor, Kuya Celso P. Mariano, who wrote the Magna Carta of 1989. Then our organization structure, a very simple and basic organizational structure. The Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership is the academic arm. The Fraternal Order of Eagles, Philippine Eagles, is the political arm. In the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership, we have the Executive Director Emeritus, the Phil Consultant, my mentor, Kuya Celso P. Mariano. May he rest in peace. In the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Philippine Eagles, the political arm, we have the Chartered National President, Kuya Nilo Raimundo, also my mentor in the political arm in the Philippine Eagles. Then, we have the National President, Kuya Dudoy Sidinho. We have 200 plus National Assemblyman. We have 40 plus Regional Governor. And we have Regional Assemblyman and Club President. In the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Philippine Eagles, the political arm, that is the structure. In the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership, the academic arm, we have the Executive Phil Director, elected Executive Phil Director. And also, I am the Senior Phil Director. Once that I already been elected by the 3 Senior Phil Director and the 3 Phil Director, then I am the Executive Phil Director in the institution. And the Regional Orientation Seminar Institute is under the organizational structure of Phil, Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership. We have a ROSI Director or the trainers or discussant. I rose from the rank of the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership, from a discussant, a ROSI Director, a Senior Phil Director, a Senior Phil Director, and the Executive Phil Director. And also in the political arms of our fraternity, I rose from the rank, from a club president, regional assemblyman, regional governor, national assemblyman, and I was not able to occupy the national executive vice president and the presidency of our fraternity just because I lead this institution just because of my mentor, Kuya Celso P. Mariano. That my task is to educate and now to re-educate all the officers and members of our fraternity. There are many lots of disharmony of our fraternity just because of lack of education in our fraternity. That is the very basic of what is the overview of the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership. The next topic is the brief history of our fraternity. Our fraternity is spearheaded by a jealous organizer. That's why in reality of our organization, if there are kiosks in the club or in the regional level, then they will form another Eagles Club. They will form another region. And that is normal, just because our leaders, our organizer is a zealous organizer. Then this group was a member of international organization like Lions International, Rotary International, Kiwanis, JESIS, and any foreign civic organization. They are member of international organization. Then this core group is member of Lions International. And during the time in 1979, one of the core group interested to be a governor of Lions International. And sad to note that they did not win during the election of governor. Then they met at Aberdeen Court in Quezon City. Just because this is an old hotel in Quezon City, and most of the international organization meet in this hotel every week. And this core group meet also, the Lions member, in this hotel, Aberdeen Court, every week. That's why when they do not win the governorship of Lions International, the core group meet here And they instructed Kuya Celso P. Mariano and Kuya Crisanto T. Saruca to research in the UP Institute of Tourism what is the name of our organization. And after they meet again at Aberdeen Court, then they presented to the body that they have already a report with regards to the name of our organization. And they reported that the Philippine eagle as a bird is majestic, courageous, and possess a noble with keen foresight 2020 vision, the characteristic of the Philippine eagle. And they the group adopted the name, the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Philippine Eagles, or briefly known as the Philippine Eagles, from 1979. And our Magna Carta that Kuya Celso P. Mariano wrote, released in 1989. From 1979 to 1989, there is no Magna Carta or Constitution in our fraternity. Only the name is only the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Philippine Eagles. And they are core group. And one of this personality, the core group, is no other than General Fabian Beer. That's why most of this core group is a military group. And they are very respected group in Malacanang before because of General Fabian Beer. Then Kuya Celso P. Mariano, who wrote the Magna Carta and released in 1989, make a meaning of egoism, just because egoism is not found in the dictionary. And Kuya Celso P. Mariano wrote that we have to establish a strong bond of brotherhood and fraternal ties with our guiding principle, service through strong brotherhood. That's why in our letterhead, we have always printed that guiding principles, which is service through strong brotherhood. And my mentor, Kuya Celso P. Mariano, wrote this Eagles Economical Prayer, the Universal Prayer, our divine providence. We ask our Master, the great architect, our Almighty Father, our Allah, our divine providence. We humble ourselves before you as we praise your holy name and feel your presence in our midst, especially in this webinar orientation seminar. We implore our divine guidance and blessings as we consciously gather on this occasion in pursuit and furtherance of the cherished goals and objectives of our beloved fraternity. We beseech you, all powerful God, to enrich our heart, to enlighten our minds, and to broaden our understanding and compassion to one another as we carry and pursue our goals and objectives of our fraternity. We beseech you, all-powerful God, to enrich our heart, to enlighten our mind, and to broaden our understanding and compassion to one another as we carry our pursuit and goals and objectives of our beloved fraternity. A very, very nice universal prayer that Kuya Celso P. Mariano wrote. And we focus on this universal prayer, our Almighty Father, our divine providence, our great architect of the universe, and our Allah. Then in our Eagles hymn, a very nice lyrics of our Eagles hymn. I do hope that each and every one of us will inculcate these lyrics not only in our lips and in our mind, but also in our heart. We are God-loving men for country's sake. We offer strength and mind and energy. We dedicate fraternal love, service for the good of all humanity. We are here as a God-loving men, and we are here to serve for the good of all humanity. We're eagles, the Philippine Eagles, lasting peace, our noble mission. I do hope and pray that our mission will be lasting peace. But sad to note that we have misunderstanding of some members of our fraternity, and in our Eagles hymn, lasting peace, our noble mission. I would like to thank all the members of our fraternity in another side. They called me up. They are willing to be back. They are willing to be one. And that's my mission as the educator of PIL, that one day lasting peace will be in our fraternity. We're eagles, friends to all people, pillars of the nation. For brotherhood, we work and serve. Peace, equality, and unity, embraced with seal of human care. And we will share our lives to keep our liberty. I do hope and pray that applicants, mga kuya, mga ati, mga bunso, we will inculcate this Eagles hymn in our heart. Then, my mentor, Kuya Celso P. Mariano, who wrote this Magna Carta of 1989, make this Eagles Pledge. Eagles Pledge. Just because our Magna Carta was released in 1989, and we are now 2021. That Magna Carta is not anymore applicable in this situation, in this millennial time. In that Magna Carta, it is written that there are only 6 regions, and we are now 40 plus regions. That's why I encourage all the National Assemblymen to work hard in the amendment of that Magna Carta, the omnibus amendment of that Magna Carta, which is applicable now in this point of time, the 2021. That's why our founder, who wrote the Magna Carta, Kuya Celso P. Mariano, make this Eagles Pledge. I, having consciously subscribed to the Constitution, to our Magna Carta of 1989, of the Philippine Eagles, our fraternity, and aware of my responsibility to my God and my country, do hereby pledge to promote and defend at all times the said Constitution and Magna Carta with their ideals to the best of my ability and within my power and capacity, so help me God. Why so help me God? Just because the one who wrote that Magna Carta is a lawyer. If an engineer will read that one, a physician will read that one, a CPA will read that one, there are so many interpretations of our Constitution, of our Magna Carta. That's why we ask the help of God, so that our understanding of that Constitution, of that Magna Carta of 1989 will be uniform. So that we will have a harmonious fraternity. That's why we ask the wisdom of God. Then, as what I have said, this core group with General Fabian Beer is highly respected during the time in 1979 at Malacanang. During the presidency of Fidel Valdez Ramos, he made a proclamation number 600 declaring the period of June 15 to 22 every year as the Philippine Eagles Week. That's why we have 1 week of humanitarian activities from June 15 that will culminate in June 22, at our Eagles Nest in Aberdeen Court in Quezon City, doing humanitarian activities. And during the time of President Irap Estrada, he is a member of Iligan City Eagles Club. And during the time that he was inducted as a member of Iligan Eagles Club, I am the Secretary General during the time of his election. He was the Vice President of the Philippines before. When he ran for the presidency, then the Eagles landed again in Malacanang. And Mayor Digong Duterte is also an Eagles on-site member of Cagayan de Oro Eagles Club. He was inducted by past National President Gilbert Hilly. And Kuya Jun Tupag is the instrumental person that brought Mayor Digong Duterte in the city of Cagayan de Oro and was inducted as a member of Cagayan de Oro Eagles Club. When he ran in the national presidency of the Philippines, he won, and he is very proud member of our fraternity. Then the Eagles has landed again in Malacanang. Our national president, Kuya Conrado A. Cedinho, a very hard work national president. I salute my national president, Kuya Conrado A. Cedinho. Then the past national president of our fraternity, my mentor is the chartered national president, Kuya Nilo H. Rimondo. Then we have Eagles Brotherhood Handshake, but unfortunately due to this pandemic, then we suspend this Eagles Handshake. We have Eagles Wing, Eagles Claw, Universal Handshake, and we will put that in our hearts for our brother Eagles. We love that. That's why we put our hands in our heart. Then the third is what I ought to know as an eagle. We have this seal and emblem of our fraternity. The seal and emblem of our fraternity always reminded us that the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Philippine Eagles, is a humanitarian service, Deo et Patria, for God and country. A very noble seal and emblem, our seal and emblem of our fraternity. In the center, the Fraternal Order of Eagles, patent in the United States of America. That's why we cannot use that one. We put the Fraternal Order of Eagles, humanitarian service for God and country. The gun and gavel is a symbol of authority. During club meeting, regional meeting, national meeting, we bang that gun and gavel, a symbol of authority. Our letterhead, national letterhead, the Fraternal Order of Eagles, close open parenthesis, Philippine Eagles, the first Philippine-born fraternal socio-civic organization with our guiding principle, service through strong brotherhood. Then we have the seal and emblem of our fraternity to remind us always that we are here doing humanitarian service for God and country and our Philippine flag. Then the institution, we have the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership. In your region, Central Luzon Region 3. And in your club, the Bulacan Supremo Eagles Club. In that letterhead and seal and emblem and our Philippine flag, we will always be reminded that we are here as the first Philippine-born fraternal socio-civic organization with our guiding principle, service through strong brotherhood, and our seal and emblem reminded us always that we are here doing humanitarian service for God and country. We have the Eagle's Pin. If you will be inducted this morning or this afternoon, then you have that Eagle's Pin. And that Eagle's Pin is our seal and emblem of our fraternity to remind you as a new member and officers of Bulacan Supremo Eagles Club that you are there in Bulacan or in Central Luzon region to do service, humanitarian service for God and country. Then you have your club uniform, many designs of uniform, and we have our national ID. Then our banner. Okay, your banner, our banner, always reminded us that our organization is the Fraternal Order of Eagles, close open parenthesis, Philippine Eagles, the first Philippine-born fraternal socio-civic organization. We have the seal and emblem of our fraternity that reminds us that we are here doing humanitarian service for God and country. Then your club, the Bulacan Supremo Eagles Club, the charter date of your club, and our guiding principles, which is service through strong brotherhood. Then the last topic, the rights and obligation of an eagle. The Bill of Rights and Obligation, Book 3 of the Magna Carta of 1989, in Section 1, Chartered Eagles Club in good standing shall enjoy the same rights and privileges under this Magna Carta, our Constitution. Of course, membership of a duly chartered Eagles Club shall be protected, although we are all voluntary in our fraternity. We are all voluntary, free. That's why we apply as a member of Bulacan Supremo Eagles Club. Then, Section 3, if you have already chartered your club, then you will have a committee on grievance committee, so that if there are conflict in your members, then the grievance committee will investigate, so that no eagles shall be expelled in your club. And the secret is, in club meeting, do not mention or talk about business or politics. Just talk humanitarian service in your community. And I think your club will be harmonious. Every eagle shall have the right to choose his club. Yes, of course, you have the right to choose if you are a good standing in your previous Eagles Club. Sad to note that he is inactive in his club. He will transfer to another club. Then he will not pay the obligation of that club. That is not a worthy brother eagle. Okay. Then we are, in Section 5, we express the opinion in majority. But sad to note, in social media, they are all minority. They make this harmony, questioning the authority or whatsoever, and they are minority, and we are ruled by majority. Majority will prevail. Our obligation, of course, we will pay our dues in our club, in the region, and also in the national office. And we will do community service, as many as we can, especially in this pandemic. And our obligation is to help our worthy brother eagles. We will help if he is a worthy brother eagles. Then every eagle shall have developed a strong faith and belief in our fraternity, the Philippine Eagles. Then, in our fraternity, no conflict if we will talk about humanitarian service, of course. And mga kuya, applicants, please focus on this last slide of my orientation seminar. I do hope that this slide will be printed in our uniform, especially to those new applicants, so that we will be reminded as always in Article 4, Section 1 of the Magna Carta of 1989. The Philippine Eagle shall be enlightened and innovative humanitarian. Animated primarily by a strong bond of brotherhood and fraternal ties. G. God-loving, non-sectarian. L. Law-abiding, liberty-oriented, non-political. E. Blessed with intense mission of service to country, its people, and its community. At the beginning of my presentation, we are here to do service. And why we do service. If we will focus on this Article 4, Section 1 of the Magna Carta of 1989, our fraternity is a harmonious fraternity. And our mission, as what is written in our Eagles hymn, lasting peace, our noble mission. If we are God-loving, I think there is no problem in our fraternity. If we are law-abiding, we have no problem in the community. If we are non-political, of course, no problem in our fraternity. That's why we have this Agilang Pilipino, the political arm of the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Philippine Eagles. And during election time, we use this Agilang Pilipino. We do not use the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Philippine Eagles. Just because in Article 4, Section 1 of the Magna Carta of 1989, we are non-political organization. That's why during the time of Kuya Celso P. Mariano and Kuya Nilo H. Raimundo, we organized Agilang Pilipino as the political arm of our fraternity during the time of election. Just because we have a lot of members of our fraternity which is in the politics in the respective cities, provinces, and also in the national level, in the Congress, in the Senate, and also in Malacanang. That's why as non-political organization, we use the political arm which is the Agilang Pilipino. And our mission, our intense mission is to serve our country, its people, and its community. We are harmonious organization if we follow Article 4, Section 1 of the Magna Carta of 1989. And why we serve. As what you have seen in my presentation, we are God-loving. We do humanitarian service for God. That's why, if we do community service, if we give our brothers and sisters in our community, then we serve God. Our purpose in this organization is to do service to our less fortunate brothers and sisters in our community, and in doing that, we serve God. applicants, mga kuya, mga ate, mga bunso, please bear in mind that we are here in this fraternity as member and officer of Bulacan Supremo Eagles Club, and all of us, please refocus ourselves in doing humanitarian service for our less fortunate brothers and sisters in our community, and in doing this, we serve God. Thank you very much. Keep safe and God bless us all. At this point of time, I would like to request each and every one of us to please rise for our Eagles pledge. And please bear it in your heart, this Eagles pledge. This is a very important pledge as member of our fraternity. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, having consciously subscribed to the Constitution and the Eagles Magna Carta of the Philippine Eagles, and aware of my responsibility to my God and country, do hereby pledge to promote and defend at all times the said Constitution and Magna Carta and their ideals to the best of my ability and within my power and capacity. So help me God. Thank you very much, mga applicants, mga kuya, mga ate, mga bunso. Thank you for this opportunity that the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership conduct this orientation seminar via webinar. And of course, I would like to personally thank each and every one of you, especially our National President, Kuya Dodoy Sidinho, our Regional Governor of Central Luzon Region 3, Kuya Edison D. Ramos, Club President, Kuya Wilfredo D. Diaz, and also the National President who are in your area, our National Treasurer, Kuya Kaloy Carriaga, on behalf of the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership with my three field director, Kuya Cesar Yamuta, Kuya Lyudi Armada, Kuya Rufus Modiba, Kuya Christian Lyer Mikyabas, Kuya Attorney John Ray Tominis, and also I would like to thank my Executive Assistant of the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership, Kuya John Del Bando, and your studio, Kuya John, MDM Teleradio, Media Work Digital Network, and to all of us, the crew here in the studio, thank you very much, and God bless us all. By the power in me vested as the Executive Field Director of the Philippine Eagles Institute of Leadership, I hereby adjourn this orientation seminar via webinar. Thank you, and maraming salamat po.